Don't touch that dial. Now you can touch that dial if you want. Yeah, we're a little bit late. You know what? Hang on a second. I'm going to change these out because these are not anti-glare, and these are anti-glare, which is better for me and better for you because I'm not shooting laser beams back in your face. So it is time again for a Trippy Food live stream. We have Doodle the Prince. Come on. You can do it. Come on, you can do it. There you go. Doodle, the Prince of Dogness, everybody. It's Doodle. He smells food. Plus, he knows that every time we get together here, or every time I'm here talking, it means, time for snacks. So, Doodle, how about if I start you on a snack, and then that way you can come back and just be chill? What do you think? Think that works? You want to say hi to everybody who's in the room right now? OMG. I asked him to say hi. Did you see what he just did? You guys saw that, right? This is on video now. This is going to be on video. Oh my God. He said hello to everybody. I might as well retire. He needs his own show. All right, Doodle. I'm going to start you out small. So I'm going to give you a piece, right? Small piece. And then I can give you another few small pieces because I know you'll be back for more. Probably finish that one up in about 10 seconds. So happy long weekend for some people. Let's see. We've already scrolled way past this. It's because I walked in late. Who do we got? We got Tom. Tom was here early. We got Miguel. We got, let's see, Ice Hand. We have Jeff. We have Jared Tierno. We have Julie Couture, and Nashies, John King. And that's it for now. That's okay, though. That's okay. It's only 3 minutes past, so that's okay. So hey everybody, and hope some of you have long weekends. I know I do. I am off work on Monday. I do not have to work on Monday, so that's kind of nice. And so hope the rest of you do. Wait, let me rephrase that. I hope those of you who are working and have Monday off get paid for Monday off. Let's put it that way. So welcome everybody on this long weekend. I guess we could have done a live stream. Today's Sunday, right? I don't know. It feels like a Saturday because I have off tomorrow, but we could have done it tomorrow, but we're doing it today. So there we go. I know that Matt Zion over at Reckless Eating, I know that he's doing a live stream tomorrow, but no, we're here today. Same bat time, same bat channel. And I have not heard back from anybody, any of the Europeans, European. I've not heard back from any of the Europeans as far as the time goes, like Val, can you move it up or anything? So that was the initial thing where people did that. Then I did move it up for a couple of weeks, moved it up to 11:30 a.m. Pacific time, and nobody from the EU, the Europe, the UK, all those things with U's and E's in it, nobody showed up. So that we're back to normal time, at least for the time being. Hey, dude. Guess what I'm drinking? I'm going to say you are drinking a Coors Banquet, John. That's today's guess, that you're drinking a Coors Banquet. Guess what I'm drinking today? John, guess what I'm drinking today? I mean, not right this second, but, pretty soon, right? Guess what I'm drinking today? Oh, you know what I'm drinking right now? Hang on. This is funny. This is my French press, and it was like this earlier, right? And I couldn't tell that it was right here, so I'm looking back there and I'm going like, what is back there? I didn't even see anything back there. What is that thing? And it turns out it's here, not there. So it's my French press. So I'm going to have my morning coffee in the afternoon. There's no law that says I can't. I am out of my New England coffee. I have run out of New England coffee, so it's going to have to be, my Kroger coffee. It's just going to have to do. I'm not going to pick that up and drink that right now because Doodle's right here, and I'm kind of clumsy, and I might spill that on Doodle, and I would feel really, really bad. So, and I would deserve it to feel bad. I'm correct. Damn. Okay. I like this time the best. Yeah, Jared. I mean, it seems to work for like everybody in the U of A, but I don't know that it works okay for people overseas. And again, one person initially did complain about it, and then they stopped complaining about it. So, if it becomes an issue and they would like us to do it earlier or something, then maybe we will. Or maybe we'll do one just for them. And we'll do one like at a different time, and we'll do 2 live streams. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? That is the saddest day when the New England coffee. Yeah, tell me about it, Jules. I mean, it's not really sad if you have a bag of Mary Lou's coffee hanging out, hanging around, waiting to be opened. But I don't. So yeah, it's doubly sad. So there we go. Let's see. Tom says, I'm guessing Lake Michigan, Swill. John, I might be wrong. No, you might not be wrong, Tom. So I guess tomorrow, maybe starting today, I think it's starting today, big chill across the U.S. Even through the South, it's supposed to be like freezing temperatures, even in the South. Big chill coming in, like I would say coast to coast, but from the north, from the Pacific Northwest, it's not supposed to be freezing cold here, but the almost the whole rest of the country, and snow and ice and sleet and freezing rain in most other parts of the country. Jules, you're supposed to get a snowstorm, right? Are you supposed to get a snowstorm in Boston? You're supposed to get a snowstorm? Is that what I heard? Oh, did Meg Griffin come in? Welcome, Meg. Glad you could make it. Janice isn't here yet. That's a little odd. Yeah, it's getting a storm any second. Have a migraine because that weather affects your migraines. Like weather changes, and is it like an air pressure thing? Like the air pressure changes when the storm's going to come in, and then that changes it. Oh, there she is. I'm on my phone and will be listening, but probably not commenting. Well, Janice, the important thing is that you're here and that you haven't broken your streak. One of these days, I swear, Janice is gonna pop in and go, hey guys, I'm just watching. I just want to let you know I'm at a funeral, but I'll be watching. I'm at a wedding. Well, I think she has done it from a wedding before. Brandon Johnson. Now, Brandon, forgive me if I'm old, and so my memory's not always really, really great. So I don't remember seeing your name before. So so that being the case, just let me know. Yeah, I've been in here before, Val. You just don't remember. Or hey, I'm new to I would say new to the chat. Maybe not necessarily new to the channel, because maybe you've been watching the channel for a while. But what brings you to the chat? What brings you to the live stream? And where are you from? What metropolitan area are you from? I don't need street addresses or anything like that. We don't do that here. Now I can have my coffee because he's over there. I'm trying to get used to the camera. I think last time I had the setting on wider, and it showed more area. We didn't really need that, so it's kind of narrowed in, and you can just see the back of his head over there. There, and that's if I put my arm down, you can see the back of his head. Possible snow here on Tuesday. John, remind me again where here is, because I know you bounce around a little bit, so I'm not sure where you are. Been here before, fan of the channel for a long time. I'm in South Dakota. Oh, okay. Beautiful South Dakota. I have spent time in South Dakota. Been to South Dakota twice. So once I spent, I would say 4 days there. So this was back before my 50th birthday, and I wanted to visit all 50 states, and I hadn't been to any of the Dakotas. And so I made a trip to South Dakota. Let's see, where did I go on that trip? I went to South Dakota, Iowa, and let's see, was that the same trip? No, I'm sorry. So it was just South Dakota and Wyoming. So South Dakota, let's see, I went to Waldrug, I went to the Badlands, I went to Mount Rushmore, I went to Crazy Horse Monument, I went to Dinosaur Park. I went to, obviously I was in the western part of South Dakota in, is that Rapid City? I think it's Rapid City, is what it is. So it's based in Rapid City. I did go to Deadwood. I did go to, is it Sturgis? Sturgis, where they have the motorcycle rallies. But I was in there in February, so there was no motorcycle rally, obviously. But I did go to the Harley Davidson store and get a shirt, which I still have. And then I made a side trip to Wyoming. So I wanted to go see Devil's Tower because I heard there was going to be a spaceship coming down to take people up, and I wanted to be there. They called me. And so I did go out to see Devil's Tower. Now, the plan was for me to go out and see Devil's Tower and then come back. I'm sorry. I was going to stay in a hotel. Then the next morning, I was going to get up and go to Devil's Tower. But what ended up happening was when I got there, when I got to that area in Sundance, they said that there was going to be a storm coming in, a blizzard coming in. And so I thought, well, if the blizzard is going to come in, I better see Devil's Tower now. So I stayed to I spent about, I think you can drive, there's a road, you can drive all the way around it. I didn't climb it or anything like that, but I did drive around it and saw some prairie dogs, that kind of fun stuff. And then I went back to my hotel and, I was going to stay for the night. I also visited the, I think it's the Sundance Historical Society, which was in an old library, and they had all kinds of dioramas and stuff. They were closed, but they graciously let me go in. So that was nice. And then I ate at like this family restaurant that was there because there's really nothing. It's a really tiny town. And then it snowed all night. It snowed all night. And then I had to wait till about 11 o'clock in the morning when they cleared the roads far enough for me to get back to Rapid City. So had fun out in South Dakota and Wyoming. And then I had those under my belt. So, let's see. What did I miss? Let's see. Yes, storms specifically bring on migraines. Oh, okay. John's in San Antonio now. Okay. It's almost as if I was passed on some poopy migraine genes or something. I haven't had them in a long, long time. So, but I do get the flashes, which they say are migraines without the pain. So I get the flashes where like I just see yellow and stuff, and they say that is a migraine, but it's just it's a migraine without the pain. So, which I guess is a plus. I don't know. You've been having migraines too, Jared. Well, storms are coming, so it got to -10 last. Oh my God, -10. Wow, dang. Storm triggers you too, Jared. Yeah, I guess everybody. That's terrible. It's going to get close to -20 tonight. Wow. I hope you have a good rest. Yeah, I heard it's supposed to be cold, like all the way across the country, but kind of like I can't tell which way it is when I'm doing this. Like if imagine like there's a map of the U.S. right here, and I can't tell. Like for me, I'm starting here in Washington State, and I'm going down to Florida like that, but it might not look like that to you. So yeah, it's supposed to be like freezing temperatures in the south. So in the south, freezing temperatures. As you go farther north, it gets colder, and even sub-freezing temperatures as you get farther north, and then even farther north, winter storms. So yeah, it's gonna. Well, I guess they're gonna get ice storms and stuff in the south too. So yeah, fun times. Everybody, be careful out there. Be careful, especially those of you in the south, because like when I used to live in Massachusetts, obviously. I used to live in Massachusetts, and then in 1990 or 1990, I was in 1991 maybe. I moved to Austin, Texas, and same car, brought the same car down there. And then a couple of years after I had moved to Austin, we got an ice storm. So every 3 to 5 years in Austin, they'll get ice storms, which means it gets really, really cold in the winter, like kind of randomly. And then if it rains, the rain freezes. So when the rain froze, there was ice on the road, and I'm like, well, yeah, I'm from Massachusetts. I know how to drive on ice. That's not a big deal. And then I saw cars smashing all over the place, and I thought to myself, I know how to drive on ice, but they don't. I need to get off. And then also I also didn't have my studded tires on, because usually in Massachusetts you put your winter tires on. You put your studded tires on for the winter. Now I didn't have them on, and so I thought I just better get home. So yeah, the city shuts up tight because they don't have equipment to deal with ice. You would think they would, because every 3 to 5 years they get an ice storm, but maybe they do now. I don't know. Hope you have a good rescue med, Jared. Oh, okay. We're talking about migraines. Got a good wood stove, Tom? Glad I bought one. Onesie PJs. Yeah. Put them in the dryer before you put them on. Just tumble them in the dryer for about 10 minutes before you put them on. It's only in the 40s right now in Vegas. Oh my God. The 40s. Well, let's see. I think it might be like 60s here. And to me, that's comfortable. To me, like, everybody here is like, I'm freezing. You're like, no, show me ice. You're not freezing. But for me, that's comfortable. I don't mind that at all. Let's see. It's 61 degrees and sunny. 61. It's supposed to be a high of 62 today. And tonight it goes down to 42. So, that I can deal with that. It's especially for January. Now, what I can't deal with is starting tomorrow. Let's see, 8 a.m. Starting 8 a.m. tomorrow. The Santa Anas are back, and I'm not talking about Santana, Black Magic Woman. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Santa Ana winds, and they come. They come from different directions, but mostly they come from the northeast and they blow southwest. So they come in off the desert and they blow towards the coast, and that was why we had the wildfires, is because when you just, all you need is a spark. All you need is just like some tiny little fire, or like some guy, on his grill, and something falls in and little sparks fly up, and the wind catches that and it catches onto stuff. And it's sort of like if you ever had a bellows that you've used on a fire, and you see how it increases the fire, and then the stuff blows, the lit ash blows in other directions. So that's when it gets dangerous. So again, we'll have red flag warnings again tomorrow. Not that the existing fires are going to affect us. It's going to increase the existing fires because they have them under control and the perimeter is sealed. But if some idiot, where I live, throws a cigarette out the window or parks his car on dry grass or something, all bets are off. So not looking forward to that. Hey, Scott is here. Welcome, Scott. It was 20 degrees last night. Yeah, it's supposed to be cold tomorrow during the day too there, I guess. Brandon, I think you're saying -2 here. It's -2 degrees, but that's an underscore. But I think you mean minus, maybe. Almost went down to LA to help, but I couldn't get time off work. We have 2 crews from my department down there right now. It's crazy down there. Yeah, there's people here from all over the country, helping out with the fires. I know that Katie from Beyond Seattle Eats. She does work, I think it's with the Red Cross, and they send her in different places, but it's, it's where they decide to send her and everything. So, the Red Cross has most likely sent people in from other places to come down here too. So yeah, the firefighters have been doing like the Lord's work. And then also you have like groups like the Humane Society and the SPCA, and they've been doing a lot of hard work because, there's several things. One is you have pets that become lost, right? You have pets that just run away in the fire, and then they get rescued and they take them to the SPCA. Or you have people who are homeless and can't take care of their pets, and they have to bring them there. But you also have wild animals. So you also have like foxes and coyotes and raccoons and even mountain lions, and they get displaced in the fire. You wouldn't think so because these fires are taking place in the city, but they're wooded areas and they're against hillsides, and yeah, so the wildlife also needs help, and they've been taking a lot of those in. So kudos to them. And then of course, World Central Kitchen, which is Chef Jose Andres. He's a famous chef at a famous restaurant, but most of the time he is working in disaster areas and war zones and stuff, feeding people. And so his team is down here, and they have a lot of local restaurants and local chefs and everything that are pitching in to be able to feed all these people who were displaced by the fires. So a lot of people working very hard, a lot of people deserving kudos for that. All righty, so that was me talking until 1:20 p.m. And Janice is just kind of observing, so it's not like she's there to prod me and go, Val, you got to start. So we're going to start. All right. So again, today is Long Live Super King, and I know that sounds like a superhero or something, Super King, but Super King is a grocery store. It is a I want to say mostly Middle Eastern, Mediterranean, Eastern European groceries. And Super King Markets was founded originally as the Anaheim King Market in Anaheim, California, by the Fermanian family in 1993. There is currently stores in Anaheim, Altadena, well, maybe not Altadena, Claremont, Glendale, Glassell Park, Northridge, Santa Ana, and Van Nuys. So we went to the Glendale store, obviously. And so everything that we are partaking of today is from the Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, Eastern European Super King Grocery. All right, so we're going to do our adult beverage first, as we tend to do. Don't forget, there are a lot of inmates working. Yes, true. Every time I worked with them, they were great and super helpful. Yeah, they're just people, I mean, some of them are like insane murderers, but most of them aren't. Are you going to ask trivia questions, Trippy Food? I am going to ask trivia questions, Tom. Thank you for asking. All right, so this is our adult beverage of the day, and this is from Dargett Craft Beer. This is Dargett Craft Beer Apricot Ale. It comes in at a whopping 6% ABV. That's not bad. I mean, average is 5. Dargett was established in 2016 by Aaron and Hovannes Dugarian as Armenia's first brew pub in Yerevan, Armenia. They claim to be the first Armenian craft beer. I don't know if they're the first Armenian craft beer or not, but they claim that they are, and who might argue with them? So, because this is an apricot ale, let's see. I think it listed some of the stuff that's in it, and apricots was certainly. Oh yeah, apricot puree, barley, yeast, hops, and water. So your basic stuff there. So as long as we're talking about apricots, here's our question today. The question is, what chemical derivative from amygdalin, and amygdalin is the substance in almonds and things in that family that turn into cyanide. So what chemical derivative from amygdalin in apricots has been falsely promoted as an alternative cancer treatment? So again, what chemical derivative from amygdalin in apricots has been falsely it's apricot pits, by the way, in apricots has been falsely promoted as an alternative cancer treatment. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and open this up. Dargett Craft Beer. And because it has a cap, and because we want to keep the cap, we bring back, yes, it's Richard Simmons, everybody. Good old Richard Simmons. Oh, it was last year he died, I think, right? Richard Simmons died last year. Because none of us last forever. I was going to say milk of magnesia. Say it. What the hell? Now, you guys will be glad to know that you don't have a lot of hefty competition from Janice if she's not going to be able to text very much. This one doesn't have much of a head on it. And it's very thick. You guys can see that it's like translucent. It's very, very thick. And there's a lot of tiny bubbles. Almost looks like a nitro. I don't think it is, though. Unpasteurized, unfiltered, handcrafted in Armenia. All right. Let's try it. Cheers. How do you say cheers in Armenian? Tiny bubbles. Hey, Portmanteau, how are you? Good to see you again. I think I saw you last night. I don't remember if you were there last night on Matt's live stream. Cheers. Does anybody know, seriously, how you say cheers in Armenian? Ooh, that's tasty. That is tasty. It's odd because it's a 6% ABV, but it's not like bitter or it's not like as you start to go up and alcohol by volume, you start to go up. It starts to have that bitter bite from the alcohol, and this one doesn't. This is, real strong apricot flavor. It's kind of fruity. Like this is the kind of beer that you like, unfortunately, drink quickly because it's just like it tastes good, right? So you'll drink it quickly. That is really good, and I am going to give that where's my thumb? I'm going to give it a thumbs up. That's really good. All right, so let's check out our trivia question was, what chemical derivative from amygdalin in apricots has been falsely promoted as an alternative cancer treatment? Let's see. Oh, thank you, Nashies. That's cheers. Yep. Ask and ye shall receive. So the question was, I just said the question. Ice Hand says Laetril. Let's see. Is that it? It looks like Ice Hand's the only one that answered that. Tom was going to say milk of magnesia, but he did not. It is, in fact, Laetrile. So Laetrile came into the news. I can't remember how long. I mean, years ago, maybe 30 years ago or something. Tom, maybe you can remind me when that was, because it was who was the Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen was going to Mexico for Laetrile treatments. He was going to a clinic in Mexico where they would give him Laetrile treatments because he was suffering from cancer. It didn't help. So, but people, people, I think people still do that. I think people still go to Mexico for because it's not approved in the U.S., but people still go to Mexico for Laetrile treatment. But yeah, just throwing it out there. It is also sometimes referred to as vitamin B17, but it is not a vitamin. It's not actually a vitamin. Gnats appear to be the most common way to say cheers. Oh, gnats. Gnats. Am I saying that right? Gnats? You might have to spell it out phonetically for me, but it looks like gnats. So, all right. Gnats. Have you ever had 25 ABV beer? It's rough. No, I think the highest I had was maybe about 14 or 16. And the thing was, there was a Lagunitas. That was a dark Lagunitas beer. I can't remember if it was a stout. I think it was a stout. And it was 14%, 14 or 16% ABV. I can't remember. And the thing was, I was drinking it, and I started getting really lightheaded, and I couldn't understand why. And then I looked at the bottle, and I'm like, whoa, 14, 16. So I was drinking it like it was a 5% beer, and it was like a 14, 16% beer. Yeah, it'll kick your butt if you're not aware that that's what you're doing. Let's see. I've got it. I had to Google. Hey, portmanteau. There are no rules. If I ask the question and you want to look it up on whatever you want to Google it, Google it. There's no rules here. I mean, this way. The thing is, I ask the question. Somebody answers it. Maybe somebody knows the answer. Like maybe somebody asked their husband Ed. Janice, maybe you have access to Google, maybe you have access to Wikipedia, whatever it is, and you're looking this up. There's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, you're taking a guess. Everybody's seeing what these guesses are, and then when I tell you what the right one is, you walk away from it, whether you guessed or not. You walk away from it going, I didn't know that, and so we learned something. So hopefully, I don't like to go a day without learning something. I'll try to learn something every day. All right, what did I miss? Let's see. I was in a rabbit hole. I had an advantage being a retired oncology nurse. Hey, Jax is in the room. Welcome, Jax. Glad you could make it. Nice to see you. It's funny you mentioned nurses. I was at Mardi Gras in New Orleans one year. And I think you guys are probably familiar with the culture. The Mardi Gras culture is that you wear the beads around your neck, and when people do things for you, you give them beads. So they'll offer to do things for you to give them beads. And so I remember we're walking around the French Quarter, and somebody walked up to me and said, "Hey, give me some beads." And I said, nobody just gives you beads. And they said, "Oh, okay, I know. You want us to show me your breasts, and you want me to show you my breasts." I'm like, no. I figure probably 60, 70 people have already seen those. So I don't want to see those. I want to see something that you're not showing everybody else. And she says, "Well, what do you want to see?" And I said, "I want to see your uvula." And she goes, "That's disgusting." And then she just walked away. So this, I thought I was onto a good thing. And so I continued this. So every time I saw somebody who wanted beads, I go like, "Gotta show me your uvula." And like, there was one person was going like, just pointing all over the place. I'm like, no. And then finally, these two girls walked up and they wanted the beads. And I said, "Well, you have to show me your uvula." And both without a flinching, just go. And I'm like, "How do you know?" And she goes, "They med students, so they knew where their uvulas were." So there we go. Yeah, well, not do things like Nashies, like actually physically, maybe, I don't know, maybe not the parts I went to, but just kind of like flashing people. that's pretty much, you get beads just for flashing people. So it's kind of a goofy thing, but it is what it is. Like 3 out of 1,000 people know what a uvula is. That was my point. That was my point, is like they're either going to say, no, that's disgusting, and walk away, or just, point to different things. None of them ever like assumed it was something else and just went for it. So, nobody did that. They were either just saying, no, I'm not doing that, or would just be pointing to random things like elbow or something like that. So it was kind of funny. It behooves you to take care of you. It's like my father always told me, take good care of your teeth, because you never know when you're going to need to be identified by them. Show me your inner elbow. You mean like that part, right? I bet there's a name for that. There's a name for like the skin on your elbow, and I'm not kidding. There's a name for that skin on your elbow. If anybody knows what that is, especially if you med students know that, the skin on your elbow, if you want to tell me what the name for the skin on your elbow, it's funny because if you say it the wrong way, or somebody mishears you saying it, they will think you're saying something else. Show me your philtrum or your septum. Show me your septum. If I had beads, I'd toss them to you, Val. Yes. So, hey, we can talk about this because it's travel, right? I went to. I went with about I think maybe it was 10 of us. We rented a van in Austin. I was living in Austin. We rented a van. We drove to New Orleans, and we were staying at a friend's house in Slidell. And so we kind of split up into groups. And then at one point in time, I went to Pat O'Brien's, and one of the people I was with said, "Hey, Val, have you ever had a hurricane?" And I said, "No." They said, "Oh, well, let's get a hurricane." So I got it. And I don't know what's in a hurricane. Julie, you used to be a bartender. Do you know what's in a hurricane? I don't know what's in a hurricane. But I drank the hurricane, and it was just like fruit punch. I'm like, this is good, and I pretty much just drank it down. They're like, do you want another one? I'm like, yeah, sure, that's really good. Big mistake. So what I remember the next morning is that I woke up on the living room floor, fully clothed, but I couldn't find my shoes. I had beads around my neck. Some of them which I went with, and some of them I have no idea where they came from. And I had the hood ornament from the van that we rented in my pocket. And so I had to piece it together and have other people help me piece it together at like the evening. But because I was fully clothed, I figured I didn't break any norms or anything there. So there you go. Hangovers are in hurricanes. So the funny thing you mentioned that, Jules, is that they gave me something called XS. So I don't know if they still sell this, but it used to be this thing that came in a small bottle, and it has everything in it that will prevent, like it has peppermint oil and aspirin, and it has just all kinds of crap in it, all kinds of stuff in it. And the idea is you're supposed to drink it while you're drunk so that you don't end up with a hangover. And I think it worked because I didn't have a hangover. However, on the trip back, because we left the next day, we drove back to Austin the next day, and on the way back, sitting in the van with the landscape going like this, I was just like, I gotta lay down. I can't handle this. I didn't have a headache or anything, but it's just like it was messing with my head. This just like everything going by like that. So yeah, crazy good times. Ole cranial. Well, cranial's the skull, and ole is like ole. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. Ignore me. I didn't ignore you. Let's see. Maybe I did. Let's see. What is it? Oh, I like to tell people they have a nice weenus to confuse them. Yes, weenus. That is it, Jules. The elbow skin. Weenus. Show me your philtrum. We could go on like this forever. But I got food to eat and places to go. If I had beads, let's see. Ole cranial skin. Maybe your eyelids or something. I don't know. That would be a guess. Take care of your feet also. I didn't, and it's not good. I pamper my feet. I mean, I don't put Pampers on them, but let's see, what else did I miss? I think we're caught up. I'm a recovering alcoholic. I do not miss the hangovers. Yeah, I never got to that point, Nashies. So for like me, this is my weekly intake, is like the one beer that I have when I do my live stream. And even if I don't, I used to call it, because I used to do it like Saturdays, we call it the Trippy Food Beer Night. And so for me, it's one beer a week. And sometimes I bypass a week. Sometimes I'll go a week without having one, like if I'm not doing a live stream or something. Other times, like in the middle of the week, we'll go out with friends or something, or we'll go over to their house and they'll say, "Hey, you want a beer?" And I'll have a beer. But for me, it's never been. I've never had to struggle with it like a lot of people, friends and even family members of mine have had to struggle with that. So I appreciate that, but it's never been an issue for me. Weakness is more fun to say, though. It is. Olecranon is the inner skin, so I guess it's that there. Eli, what did you miss? You missed your uvula. That's what you missed. All right, let's move on. So let's see. I have my list, so we'll do it by list, and we are going to pull from our Super King grab bag. All right. Let's see. What's first? Oh, okay. This one's going to be fun. Where are you hiding? There you are. Okay, so this is from Original Natural Sweets. This is honey baked cookie. That's what it is. It's honey baked cookie. And Original Natural Sweets was founded in 1999 by Armin Basegian in Sun Valley, California. Now, I looked at this and I go like, oh, okay, it's a package of cookies. Like, no, it's a cookie. Like, I'm feeling this thing. It's a single cookie. This package has look at it. It's the size of my head. It is a single cookie. All right, so this is a honey bread cookie, and because it has honey in it, we're going to ask a honey trivia question. And our honey trivia question is, which Scottish liqueur is made with honey? Again, which Scottish liqueur is made with honey? All right, I saw things fly in there, so I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Where the heck are my tamale? The cookie. It is a cookie. It's not a cookie, it's a pie. It says cookie right there. Cookie. Cookie. Wait. Which finger is that? I'm backwards. Cookie. That's a cookie. Look at this thing. That's a big cookie. It's a honey bread cookie. All right, so how are we going to do this? Let's see. I'm just going to break me off a piece of that honey bread cookie. Ooh, nice and spongy. It looks like bread. It's dry. There's honey. Tastes like honey. It almost tastes like spice cake. What is in this? Wheat flour, malted barley flour, sugar, filtered water, palm oil, corn syrup, egg yolk, baking powder, baking soda, honey. Contains egg, wheat. Made on shared equipment with tree nuts, milk, wheat, soy, and eggs. May contain traces of nuts. It tastes familiar. What does that taste like? It almost tastes like a soft version of what do you call those cookies? Those Italian cookies that you dip in tea. It's on the top of my head. I mean, it's not on the top of my head. The thought is, somebody help me out. Yes, thank you, Nashi's biscotti. It tastes like the biscotti without the anise flavoring. That's what it tastes like. But it's not the texture of biscotti, because biscotti is hard and crusty, and that is soft and cakey. So it's really unusual. It doesn't mention that there's any kind of spices in there at all, but you could fool me, because it tastes like it almost tastes like spice cake. So it's really nice. But it's dry. So that would be good like with tea or with coffee. That'll be really good. So I'm going to go ahead and give that I'm going to give it a thumbs up, trending downward, and only trending downward because it's a little bit dry. But It's not, that's not a big deal if you're gonna like have it with a hot beverage. So yeah, it's good, really nice flavor, but a little bit dry. So that's why it's thumbs up, trending downward. Let's see. The trivia question was, what Scottish liqueur is made with honey? Ice Hand said mead. Miguel Rangel said flagina, but I think he might have been talking about something else. At least I hope to God he was. Eli, sharing is caring. Somebody's talking about manatees? What's a manatee? Thanks, manatee. Manatee? Who's a manatee? Jules, I didn't get the whole manatee thing. Let's see. The S cookie. Don't feel too bad, Jules. Convinced and obsessed with Pokemon in all forms, and so okay. How much of the food you don't eat on the stream does your Claudia eat later on 050 to set? I'd say maybe 10%. Maybe 10%. It depends on what it is. For the most part, it's like she tries to eat cleanly, and I don't mean that from a vegan standpoint. I just mean she tries to stay away from things that are high in sugar and high in sodium and stuff like that. And that's like all we eat here. So she tries to stay away from that. Occasionally there's something that's really interesting and everything, and then she'll take a bite of that and everything. But quite honestly, I don't always finish the snacks and everything. So some of the stuff is just like candy. I don't have a big sweet tooth, so for me candy's gonna go to waste. And so usually I give it to family or friends or something, and they're like, hey, you guys want to try this? So that's kind of what happens to it most of the time. But I don't eat it all. It's not like by the end of the day everything that we do today is going to be gone. Some of the stuff when we do like a fish thing or a meat thing or something like that, I'll eat that. That'll be my lunch. But the flagina is the skin between. Maybe I'm even pronouncing that wrong. Is the skin between the thumb and the index finger. All right. Let's see. One of us has to get our hands on the soup suckers. Which soup? The soup. Yeah. Thursdays. It goes on every Thursday for a month. It's going on sale. So we honor. Yeah. So you're talking about, you say soup suckers. You're not talking about us as suckers. Like, hey, suckers, we need to get the soup. They're soup suckers. It's soup candy. Yeah, it is soup. It's soup candy. And every Thursday they go on sale, and you got to be quick because it's online and that stuff's gone in instantly. But you're absolutely right, Nashies. One of us has to at least get that. Let's see. Progresso candies. Yeah, portmanteau. That's exactly what they are. See, they must know you like the pokey. That's why they throw them at you. So they must use my camera and say, oh, dude, Botox, because maybe I was mentioned migraine. Wow, that's a confusing sentence, Jules. All right. Next snack. Moving along here. Let's see. We're 45 minutes in and we did one snack. All right. Let me move this to a safe place. We did some of their biscuits. Always going in the wrong direction. We did some of their biscuits previously. I think it was the orange one we did. These are Delicje. I may be pronouncing that incorrectly. Nashies, maybe you can help. Delicje. It's a product of Poland, and these are Delicje cherry. I'm just gonna say Delicje until somebody can phonetically spell that out for me. Delicje cherry. Although I got to be honest with you, I'm kind of not like Matt who would go. These are a product of Poland. Delicje were first made in 1976 by E. Wedel in Plonsk, Poland. They are manufactured by LU, which is Lefevre Utile Biscuits in Poland. Or LU Biscuits Poland is the Poland branch of LU. LU is Lefevre Utile, which was founded in 1846 by Jean-Romain Lefevre and wife Pauline Isabelle Utile in Nantes, France. But the brand has been part of Mondelez International since 2012. So because this is a product of Poland, my question is, what is the national dish of Poland? Again, what is the national dish of Poland? Answer the question, Val, before the next. Answer the question. Which question? Did I not answer the previous question? About, I did not answer the previous question. You're absolutely right. I'm so sorry. The question was, what Scottish liqueur is made with honey? And the guesses were, let's see. Ice Hen said mead. Nashies said Drambuie. Tom said Scotch. Let's see. Portman, he said Drambuie. It is in fact Drambuie. Yes, you are correct. And a dude did get his food tax, but he'll be back for more. I can guarantee that. Oh, so those of you who joined afterwards, you missed it. I told Doodle to say hi to everybody, and he waved. He waved at people. He was like this. He waved at people. I think Julie, you were in the room? Tom was here because Tom was here early. So you guys saw it, right? You guys can back me up. For the people who just came into the room who said, no, Doodle wouldn't wave at people, back me up. I told Doodle to wave to everybody, and he did. Right? Am I right, guys? Back me up here. Miguel, yeah, I saw it. Nashi saw it. He said hello. He waved at people. All right, the Delicje, and we do have the trivia question, which is, what is the national dish of Poland? Let's see. These are cherry, artificially flavored. That's sad. The thing about artificial flavor, and some things says they are naturally and artificially flavored. Are we supposed to guess which one? Are we supposed to guess what part is artificially flavored and what part is naturally flavored? So the thing about artificially flavored is you don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg. So you don't know if, like, in a lab somewhere they're mixing chemicals together and go, hey Bob, what does that taste like to you? That's cherry. Like, you think so? Yeah, that's definitely cherry. Like, all right, that's our artificial cherry flavor. Like who realized that from the beaver's anus glands that you would get like something that tasted like vanilla? Like who would guess that? I wouldn't guess that. I'm making a batch of stoplight chili, great for cold weather. What is stoplight chili, Tom? I don't think I've ever heard of that term. The doodle shape was very good. You are getting advanced with your stream. CGI. No, it was AI. It was AI. It was an AI doodle. He's not even here. He went to Mexico for vacation to be with his people. It is Chihuahua. It is a good time for chili. As a matter of fact, I filmed it. I'll try to get it out in the next week or so. I filmed a chili episode. I call it A Tale of Three Chilies. And I did a Michigan-style chili. I did Cincinnati-style chili. And I did chili by request. So, and thank you for mentioning that, because this is a good time to bring that up. Somebody had left a comment on, I don't know if it was one of the episodes or during a live stream or something. And I think I was reviewing, I want to say it was like Wendy's chili or the Coney Island chili that I just recently did. I don't remember which one it was. And somebody says, all you need is a can of Stags. That's all you need. So because they said that, I said, oh, all right, I'm going to review a can of Stags. And I didn't just get the Stags regular chili. It was like Dynamite Hot. So I did Dynamite Hot Stags chili. So if you were the person that suggested that, please let me know, because I want to give you a shout out, but I forgot who it was. Oh, Schlenkerla. Chili with a splash of Schlenkerla. Yeah, some people do make beer with chili and with the Schlenkerla, with that smoke flavor. Yeah, that would be really good. Red tomato, green pepper, yellow onion. That's a great guess as far as the stoplight chili. But stoplight chili would just be red. Let's see. Did I miss anything else? I don't think so. Oh, red, yellow, and green bell peppers. Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe like traffic light chili. All right, there we go. Yeah, I think we did do these before, but I think we did the orange flavored ones. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been doing these live streams for, I don't know how many years now. There's an excellent chance that I'm doing repeats, and I just don't remember. So if I don't remember, I'm assuming you don't remember. Oh, that's like a jelly. So it looks like it's covered the thick coating of chocolate. But it's a very, very thin coating of chocolate, and you can see the jelly on the inside there. Please pass the jelly. What commercial was that? Somebody help me out. What commercial was that? The guy was sitting at a fancy dinner, and he says, "Please pass the jelly." Anyone remember that? That's pretty good. Really creamy. That jelly's really nice. I see it's an artificial cherry flavor. It doesn't really have a really strong cherry flavor. I have some maraschino cherries in the refrigerator, though. I can like slice those and put those on top of those, and I think those would be really nice. They do have nice flavor. The cookie itself is like really soft. Nice chocolate. It's not like a pukey Hershey's chocolate or anything else like that. So these are pretty good. This is going to get a thumbs up, even though they're artificially flavored. All right, our trivia question was, what is the national dish of Poland? And let's see. I want it to be pierogies, but I'm probably wrong, Jack says. Miguel Rangel says bigos. Eli says pierogies or sausage. Julie says bogos. And then she says bigots. And then she says bogos. Maybe she meant bongos or bonobos. Let's see. Nashi's helping me out here. It's Delicje. Delicje. Okay. Thank you, Nashi's. You're very helpful. I'm going to say, those of you who guessed ice cubes, I'm going to guess those of you who said pierogies, I'm going to say those of you who said pierogies are correct because it's kind of iffy. And pierogies are certainly what Poland's known for. That's probably the most popular dish. It's not really their national dish, but it is their most popular dish. And those of you who said bigos, which is a stew, are correct. It is bigos stew. It can be made with any kind of meat, but it always contains spicy Polish sausage. So you're all. I'm going to say if you said pierogies, you're right too. It is the most popular thing from Poland, and in every other country, that's what Poland's known for is the pierogies. Pierogies are like I was going to say dumplings, but that's not really dumplings. Right? Dumplings? Yeah, they're like dumplings. They're really good, too. Now I want pierogies. All right, so not bigots. No, Jules. All right, moving on. Let's see. So that was our cherry biscuits. Cherry biscuits. That sounds like a punk rock singer. What's your name? Cherry biscuits. Let's see. This one's going to be interesting. That was not a good sound. You guys heard that? It sounded like glass breaking, and there's glass in here, and that's not a good sound. Let's see. No broken glass. We're good. Not here, anyway. All righty, where was I? Oh, I was here. Okay. So, I always like move it in the wrong direction. There we go. It does sound like an adult starting. You're absolutely right, Miguel. I'm going to be doing a cherry lava cake around Valentine's Day. Oh, that sounds cool. Hey, so speaking of that, if you guys have not seen Nashi's channel, you need to check it out. So she cooks. She cooks on her channel, and she does some really interesting stuff, and it's kind of cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing the cherry lava cake. And I've had lava cake before, but never cherry lava cake, so that sounds really interesting. Yet no broken glass yet, Dad. No, I'm not going to say yet because we did have broken glass this morning, and that's a long story, Jules, and I'll tell you about it later. All right. So this is Bita or Bita. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I'm going to say Bita, and it's barberry fruit roll. So it's like a fruit roll up, and it's made with barberry. So like, what is barberry, you ask? Because I asked. Barberry is also known as berberis. It is an evergreen shrub found throughout temperate and subtropical regions of the world. And this is a product of where? It doesn't say. A lot of these things that I kind of looked up and didn't have to say. Now, I'm going to tell you that if the company is Bita, and it might be because it's a registered trademark, they have a dirty little secret, and I aim to find out what that dirty little secret is. And the reason I say that is because if you look really carefully here, you can see that this label is on top of another label. You guys see that? You can see it on the bottom, and you can see it on the top. There's another label underneath that. So I want to know what label they slapped on there. Now, so you guys are just so you're. The thing is, I'm going to put like hot water on that so I can loosen the label and I can peel it back and see the one that I tried to do it and it started to like separate from the paper there. And I don't want to do that with the product inside it and everything. So, but I am going to do it. So come back and visit the live stream recording and check the notes, and I will tell you what the label underneath that is, because it piques my curiosity. I kind of feel like they slapped their own label on something else. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to put a damn cloth on there, or like a warm damn cloth, Jax. But I don't want to do it with the stuff inside because I'm afraid it's going to melt. So, yeah, I can't say that I've ever had barberry or berberis, however you want to say it. So, yeah, but it is a berry on an evergreen shrub. So it sounds. I don't know. Maybe it'll have like a piney flavor. Oh, this is going to be complicated here because it's sticking to the package. Oh, I can almost see it says barberry something. And there's another product name. It starts with an A, but I can't see it completely. All right. Let's see. If I can get that out. I might not be able to get that out, and so I might have to do is cut a little bit out of it because it's stuck to the package. Let's do that. Let's just cut a piece out. Nothing should be this much work. All right, there we go. Now it does look like it has paper on it, but it might not be a paper. Like plastic on it? Is that? It looks like there's a plastic on it, but it's stuck to there and it's not going to want to come. Yeah, it is. There's a thin layer of plastic on there. There it goes. That wouldn't have been fun to eat. Is it on both sides? Maybe on both sides. Let's see. Yes, it is. It's on both sides. There we go. Glad I found that. Ooh, that's tart. That is really tart. Ooh, it's sour. Well, it's like a natural sour. Because, I mean, the only ingredients in here is barberry, apple, salt, and citric acid. That's it. They didn't even add sugar. Wow, that is really interesting. It's really, really tart. To me, it's like a cross between a sour plum and a cherry. Wow, it's really interesting. I'm not sure what I would use that for. Like maybe I'm supposed to, at some point in time, make a fruitcake, and maybe I'll use that for like as one of the fruit peels and fruitcake and everything, because I think that would be really nice. Because this is really kind of sharp bite, sour taste to it, but really, really good. That is a thumbs up. Now, I will say, if you want to be mean to your kids, stick that in their school lunch. Hey, kids, got your fruit roll-ups. Enjoy. All right. Hey, Grub Warpers in the room. Welcome, Grub Warp. I've eaten the dried berries. Where do you get the dried berries, Jules? Not so microplastic. That's right. Macroplastic, more like that, Nashies. From the people who brought you World War II on the History Channel comes the newest program, Val, Forensic Label Investigator, Thrills and Chills. Stay tuned. Complicated candy is the worst. It is. This will be like cherry cordial with no booze. Now, it doesn't have like a booze kick or anything, I'll say that, but it is really tart. Let's see, did I miss any? What would you eat that with, Val, or just a snack? Well, portmanteau, I think I answered that when I would use that as like a fruit peel to put in a fruit cake. It would, yeah, like maybe even put it on a cookie. I think it would be good. It'd be nice on a cookie and everything because it's almost jelly-like. It's thick. It's not as chewy as a fruit roll-up, or like bocadillos. I don't know if you were familiar with bocadillos. They might do those in Mexico, but I know they definitely do them in Colombia. Bocadillos it's like a caramel with a guava paste between it. Like it's a layer of caramel, layer of guava paste, layer of caramel, right? And it's like a candy that you eat. And I think that would be really nice, in between there. So like maybe I'll get some of that. I'll just cut it up in half and then stick a slice of that in the middle of it. That'd be really nice, I think. You can get them at the place we went to in Worcester. Oh, the Iranian place in Worcester? Oh, cool. For those of you who are wondering what Julie's talking about, we did an episode in Worcester, Massachusetts, or Worcester, as she says, which is correct. We did an episode in Worcester, Massachusetts. So we found the best of Worcester, Massachusetts. Jules, correct me if I'm wrong. Was that Worcester episode? Also, we did Frank's Coney Island, right? Was it Frank's? Did I get that right? Frank's Coney Island, the hot dog place. We went to an Iranian grocery, or Persian grocery, however you want to say that. We saw Turtle Boy, and Turtle Boy needs no explanation. So it's Jules, could you do me a favor? If you're in front of the computer, I don't know if you're watching on the phone or on the computer or everything. If you're in front of the computer, could you find that episode and post the link there? Janice would do it, but she's busy. All right, let's see. I did not even ask the trivia question. So again, this barberry fruit roll is from K&K, or they say it's from K&K Distribution, which was founded in La Crescenta, California in 2001. I'll ask the question now. In which country are barberries most frequently consumed? So in which country are barberries most frequently consumed? And I'll give you a hint. Julie gave you a hint. All right. You did. I hit send. Oh, wait. I think you're answering something else. Oh, there it is. Okay. So Julie just posted the link for the Worcester, Massachusetts episode. So if you ever wonder what like Worcester's like, check it out. Julie and I and the girls made a road trip we made a road trip to Worcester. We went to the store that she was talking about. And then afterwards we ate. It was sort of like, if you remember, we did an episode on shopping at Hawaii Supermarket with Matt and Michelle from Reckless Eating, with Claudia, and Julie was in it as well. And we made the little shopping trip on our channel. And then on Reckless Eating, we sat in Matt's car and we ate the stuff that we got. So this is the same thing as like, except Julie and I ate what we bought at the grocery store. Portmanteau says Iran, known as Zareshk in Persian. Of course, they are eaten on the Barbary coast. And Portmanteau says Zareshk. Iran. Iran is where they're eaten most frequently. All righty. So let's see. That's how many snacks is that? That was 3 snacks. We got one more, and then we get into our soft drink, if that's what you want to call it. This one's going to be interesting. Now, you're probably saying, Val, why would you include this? Well, because they have this at Super King, and I haven't had it, and I've never done it on the show, and I don't even know if I've ever eaten this ever in my entire life. I mean, way, way back. So let's put that up where you can see it. And this is Gerber turkey and gravy mealtime for baby. Mealtime for baby and doodle. It's Gerber turkey and gravy. So strained turkey and gravy, mealtime for baby from Gerber. It's baby food. We're gonna eat baby food. We're gonna try this. Here's my thing about this, right? I'm gonna try this and we'll see how it tastes, right? If it's disgusting, I'm gonna be mad. And I'm gonna be mad because they give it to babies. And babies can't tell you, Mom, this is disgusting. I don't want to eat this anymore, right? Consequently, it could be amazing. And babies are just keeping it to themselves, going like, no, it's bad. I'm going to spit this up. It's bad. It's terrible. You better give me some more. So Gerber itself, the company Gerber, was founded in 1927 by Daniel Frank Gerber, so it's not just a catchy name, in Fremont, Michigan. So since 1927, I want to say 1927, this has been the Gerber baby. This Gerber baby has been on every single label of every Gerber baby food since 1927. So the trivia question is, who is this person? Who is the Gerber baby? All right, here we go. Meat paste. Yes, it is. Are we about to have a surprise Matt guest? I don't know. What is Matt eats baby food in the show, right? I mean, as a challenge, I think it is. I ran so far. Funny, Freak. Hey, welcome, by the way, Freak. You kind of snuck into the room there. Didn't see you. Welcome. I think I saw you last night. I mean, I didn't physically see you, but I think you were on Matt's live stream last night. Let's see, what else did I miss? Good practice when I put you in the home. Yeah, well, if I like this, then give me this. I imagine that. Well, but you're not going to be doing it. You're just going to have somebody else do it. He likes that turkey one. Give him the turkey one. I don't know. Imagine the meat-based baby food is worse than the veggie one. Well, we're about to find out because this is turkey. And last I checked, turkey's a meat. Babies have more taste buds than us old people. That's right, because they die off as we get older. So maybe things taste different. We're about to find out. It looks kind of like me. It does look a little bit like you when you were a baby. It does. See, you get a close up there. Not really. All right, here we go. Turkey and gravy. Oh. Taste-wise, it's fine. The texture is nasty. All right, get turkey. I guess if you're making the gravy from turkey, it's going to taste like turkey. It smells like turkey. I mean, it literally smells like, but it smells like dark meat turkey. If that makes any sense at all. It smells like dark meat turkey. It tastes like turkey, but it tastes like if turkey was a beverage. You know, if you got turkey in a glass, that's what it tastes like. Now, it's going to be bland because you're giving this to a baby, so you're obviously not putting salt and pepper or anything on it. The more you eat, the more that turkey flavor comes out. So, like as it's sitting on your mouth, you really start to get that turkey flavor, and it's good. It's a good turkey flavor. I don't know that I've ever had bad turkey, but it's a good turkey flavor. It's not bad. Ingredients: ground turkey, water, cornstarch. Why not put cornstarch in it? I guess to make it thick. That's it. Ground turkey, water, and cornstarch. So no salt, no pepper, no seasoning, nothing like that. Yeah, I think I like the aftertaste better because they get that aftertaste of turkey. It's unmistakable. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's not something like, again, the thing that throws me off is the texture. But flavor-wise, it's actually pretty good. So I'm going to give that a thumbs in the middle. I'm going to give it a thumbs in the middle. It's because it's not an enjoyable experience eating that just because of the texture. Flavor-wise, it's fine. It's turkey. It's average run-of-the-mill, stuff. But at least I know now that you're not giving baby something that tastes disgusting. It's just that texture, you know, well, they don't have teeth. So what do you expect? So yeah, actually pretty good. So I'm going to say thumbs in the middle. I mean, pretty good flavor-wise. All right. So our question was, who is the Gerber baby? The Gerber baby was, let's see, let's go to the guesses first. Julie says it's her. Julie was not born in 1926, though, so it's not her. Let's see. Miguel Rangel says Ann Turner Cook. And it looks like the snow is coming down like crazy. I miss snow, Jules. I do. I know you're getting a blizzard, but still. We'll be eating this when we go into space. No, they eat the free. Do they eat like the baby food stuff? It's like in a tube, or do they eat the freeze dried stuff, or now are they just like eating like ham sandwiches? I'm trying to remember what it was, but there was an astronaut that got in trouble because he smuggled a roast beef sandwich onto a flight, and it was like they were supposed to just orbit the Earth. It wasn't like they were going to the moon or something like that. They were just going to orbit the Earth, and he smuggled it's a corned beef. He smuggled a corned beef sandwich onto the flight, and he almost scrubbed the whole thing and got in serious trouble and everything because you just don't do that. Stay out of there, Doodle. I can't remember when that was. Like maybe it was in an early part of the space program, but yeah, he got in a lot of trouble for doing that. And there's a museum now that they have a sandwich. It may not be his sandwich, but it's a sandwich encased in lucite, so you can see. Oh, this is like the sandwich that he illegally smuggled on this flight. Goop and dust. Come on up, dude. You know what? You could eat this. You could have some of this. This is not. There's nothing in here that's bad for you. You could actually have some of this. Here's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to give the Prince of Dogness some turkey baby food and see how he likes it. I'm not going to go crazy there, dude. So that's going to be it. Don't get scared. It's just a lid. All right, here we go. The Prince of Doodle, the Prince of Dogness, and Gerber turkey and gravy. You want to try that? No? That's for you. You don't want that? You don't want that? It's like, give me my chicken snack and shut up. All right, I'll give you my chicken. I'll give you your chicken snack and shut up. Illegal sandwich, yes. That would be a great name for a restaurant, right? Illegal sandwich. Now there have to be some sort of play on that, like where you're making something that is technically illegal, but maybe not always. Okay, so like maybe if you're in a state where you can eat horse meat, which would not be California, and you make horse meat sandwiches and call it illegal sandwiches, that would be kind of cool. I love the fruity ones, baby. Banana baby food is bomb. This is the first one I like. I don't remember as an adult ever trying baby food, so this is the first time I've tried it as an adult. I don't even remember if I had baby food when I was little, or my mom just put stuff in the blender, or just gave me rocks or something. I honestly don't know. She's not around to ask, so we stand Doodle. Yeah, well, Nashi's, it goes to his head, so you can't tell him that out loud. Jules, aren't you glad your dad is confirming baby food isn't terrible after all this time? Yeah, because he gave it to her when she was little, and now it would feel really bad if I was giving her stuff that tasted like crap. So, like I said, it's just a texture thing, but when you don't have teeth, you don't care. All right. Let's see. What else did I miss? Doodle is going to get the toots. Not from that. And then this chicken. So those of you who have not seen this before, this is what I'm giving him. This is Trader Joe's smoked chicken tenders. Ingredients, chicken. That's it, chicken. It's smoked. These smoked chicken tenders are made with boneless, skinless chicken breast and smoked over natural hardwood. It is such a high quality of chicken with no flavoring added that you can feel really great about giving it to your dog as a wholesome treat. And here is how you know that it is wholesome and good for your dog. It's chicken jerky with nothing else added. No, typically when you make jerky, sometimes they add sugar, sometimes they add tomatoes, sometimes they add spices, vinegar. It's just chicken. It's just smoked chicken. It's actually pretty good. You like that chicken flavor? This is just turkey. This is just chicken. I would not give this to a baby. And apparently Doodle doesn't want to eat this. I used to get marmalade and peanut butter sandwiches. Well, that sounds good. You're talking about the orange marmalade? Because I think they do have different flavors. When I would trade it at school, my friends were furious because they thought it was jelly. Well, technically it is. I think the difference between marmalade and like orange jelly is that marmalade has like little orange peel in it and stuff. They would have said it should be an illegal sandwich. Oh, there we go. I'm a grown dog, not a baby. John Young, thank you. John Young smuggled a corned beef sandwich onto a space flight on March 23rd, 1965 during the Gemini 3 mission. Thank you very much, Ice Hand. Google doesn't care who looks it up. You know, there we go. Let's see, what else? What did I miss? Who's the Gerber baby? We'll get there. To be fair, he let me eat. Hey, when you say I let you eat whole cloves of garlic, heads of cauliflower and onions out of the fridge, you didn't eat onions out of the refrigerator, Jules. You ate onions out of the onion basket. You ate like raw onion. Now I'm like, what is she eating? And you're standing in your little, what do you call those things? Not a crib, playpen. Standing in your little playpen. What is she eating? It's an onion. She's eating an onion. I'd munch on a clove of garlic. Well, clove of garlic's good. I still house garlic on the reg. All right. I think we're caught up. I got chicken stuck in my throat here. It's really dry. Who was the Gerber baby? American educator and mystery novelist Anne Turner Cook was the Gerber baby. She was born in 1926 and died in 2022. The charcoal drawing of baby Anne was created by artist Dorothy Hope Smith. So I hope now you guys know who the Gerber baby was. There was a rumor many years ago that it was Humphrey Bogart. Humphrey Bogart was the Gerber baby. Humphrey Bogart was not the Gerber baby. It was, in fact, Anne Turner Cook, like a baby Grinch. All right, so now it is time for our soft drink. Let's go back to our Walmart freezer bag where we keep our beverages cold. I think there's a human heart in here too. I got to get that to the hospital as soon as I can, but we got a live stream to do first. All right, this one is kind of creepy. I'll tell you why in a second. So as far as I can tell, this is Mint B. As it says, where's that? It says, oh, here, Mint B, meant to be, right? Mint B. And this is Mint Blast. And it's Mint Blast soda. So it's a mint soda. The thing that's scary about this is I have no idea who makes this. I have no idea where. There's no information whatsoever on who makes this, what the name of the company is, where they're located, how long they've been around, nothing. And you can look it up online. You guys, if you guys want to do that, you guys want to look this up online and see if you can find it. I could find absolutely nothing about this the company that makes this at all, right? So it's kind of scary. Like maybe somebody just came into the store and just put it on the shelf. Mystery Mint. Yes, it is Mystery Mint. Discover the perfect blend of flavor and wellness with our low sugar and calorie soda drink. White wine vinegar aids digestion and promotes gut health, while mint refreshes and revitalizes your senses. Sip away the guilt and embrace a refreshing choice that fits your lifestyle. They don't know my lifestyle. Elevate your hydration game with every satisfying guilt-free gulp. This is Oh, ingredients: carbonated water, sugar, white wine vinegar, organic mint extract, citric acid, sodium bicarbonate, potassium sorbate, sodium benzoate, blue 1, and yellow 5. I don't know. We're just going to try this and see what happens. It could very well have been. Captain Kangaroo is not Ozzy Osbourne's father. Ozzy Osbourne is British. Captain Kangaroo, or Hank Ketchum, I think his name was American. And Mr. Green Jeans was not Alice Cooper. Oh my God, that took me by surprise. You guys looking at that? This looks like Tidy Bowl. I hope it's not Tidy Bowl. or antifreeze. It smells like cough medicine. Mouthwash, maybe. I didn't ask the trivia question. Let me ask the trivia question. All right, because we're talking about mint here. What is the chemical compound found in mint commonly used in cold remedies? What is the chemical compound found in mint commonly used in cold remedies? Wave to me for the mothership. I'm coming to get you. Carbonated Windex. Yeah, it does look like Windex, doesn't it? I'm a little nervous about this. It has a weird syrupy taste. Does it taste like mint, though? I mean, it doesn't taste like a mint julep or what's the Cuban mojito? It doesn't taste like a mojito. $70 calories. Oh, that's weird. And what do they sweeten this with? They don't say they sweeten it with anything. That's odd. It looks like Tidy Bowl or Windex. Hey, hon, I'm drinking Windex. Look at this stuff.
That's gross.
Yeah. Claudia, everybody. There's a round of applause? I think they're giving you a round of applause. Or the finger. I'm not sure which. I can't see it. I can't see anything. I don't know. This is weird. Well, it doesn't taste like vinegar. Oh, it's applause. Yep, there's hand claps. I don't know. I mean, it's not really mint. I'm not getting that wallop of mint. I get that coolness of mint. I'm not really getting that mint flavor so much. It's like, it's so weird. Maybe it's that vinegar flavor that I'm getting. Exactly, Jules. Julie says, hey, hon, I'm drinking Windex. And she says, as long as it's not durian.
That's true.
It's not bad. It's just, it comes in the middle. I don't know what that is. It's like, it's not like oh my God, that's great, or oh my God, that's horrible. It was all arranged. Bob Keeshan had an affair with a college girl. They went to the UK with baby, and John and Lillian Osborne adopted him. Is that true? Is that true, Tom? Or are you just making this up? Tom, are you serious? All right, I got to do this. I bet it's going to be better. Apricot and mint. Oh, okay, Tom. It was close. So I don't know how many of you follow or watch Reckless Eating. So there's not even a segment or anything. It's just what Matt calls Christery, right? So Chris Reckless will talk about something, a historical thing, and he will tell you what the history of something is. And it's like its accuracy is about 10 miles off. But it's funny as hell when he does it. Christery. That sounds like what you just did. It's Christery. Never heard of him. Yeah. You were on one of their episodes, Jules, but you never heard of him. This is better. But the problem with this is I'm still getting the apricot, right? But the problem is this is really nice. And this mint blast thing on top of that just kind of takes away the niceness of it. Yeah, that's not really worth it. Really just drink this for this as it is. So yeah, That wasn't worth it. All right. You go over there. Her question was, what is the chemical compound found in mint, commonly used in cold remedies? And the guesses were, let's see. Nashies said menthol. Ice Hand said menthol. Looks like the only guess is it was in fact menthol. You are both correct. It is menthol. All right, we got that. Ooh. No wonder Doodle wouldn't eat that. It looks like poop. It looks like baby poop. It's baby food, but it looks like baby poop. All right, let's see. Let's make some room here. Get rid of this baby poop. All righty. So, yeah, menthol it is. I guess they put it in cigarettes too. All right, now we're getting into the hardcore stuff. So what do we got? 4 left, right? We should have 4 left. We do. We have 4 left. All right. Our next item on the list is Riga Sprats fried in tomato sauce. Now, the odd thing about Riga Sprats is that it's kind of like multiple companies market stuff as Riga Sprats. So Riga is the capital of Latvia, and so this is from B&I Overseas Trading. It was founded in Van Nuys in 2022, and they import products from overseas, including from Latvia. But Riga Sprats have been produced in Latvia since the 19th century, but the Riga Sprats Association was founded by merging 11 companies that produce sprats in oil in 1996. And so again, there's 11 companies that have been conglomerated under the Riga Sprats name. And so sprats are a specific type of fish. In some cases, they call sardines sprats, but it's actually a specific sprats themselves are a specific kind of fish. And again, these come from Riga, which is on the coast from Latvia, and the fish is very common off the shore there. So, speaking of Latvians, what Latvian invented denim blue jeans? What Latvian invented denim blue jeans? I thought sprats were shoes. You're thinking of spats, and they're not shoes. They go over your shoes. So the purpose of spats are spats slip over your shoe. So you put them on first, right, before you put your shoe on. You put them on first, and then you put your shoe on. You tie your shoe, and then you put the spats down. Usually there's a little strap that runs underneath it, and maybe a snap or something, and holds it on the other side. And so the idea is that it hides your shoelaces. So a spat will kind of come down and cover this section like that. And then usually has like buttons on it. They're usually white, and they're kind of dressy. But so you see like a lot of like people who wear dress uniforms and stuff like that, they'll wear spats, and it covers their shoelaces and stuff like that. So it just kind of, it comes down, covers that. There's a little strap that goes underneath the shoe, and it kind of holds it in place. Like there's some pants. Is there some pants like that? I don't know what kind of pants it is. It's kind of pants like that where it has a strap underneath. You put that on, and it keeps your pant legs down, so you don't, your pant legs don't go riding up by your knees. All right, so these are Riga Sprats. These are fried, and they are in tomato sauce. They smell fishy. Bear with me 1 second here. I'm gonna blow my nose, but I'm doing it off camera somehow. Can I mute this? I think I can mute this. Let's see. There we go. I'm all congested and junk. Ooh, I just got a notification from TikTok. How is that possible? All right, let's see. Find my fork here. I've got like 80 kinds of utensils. There we go. All right. Let me see if I can fish one out. That's a little joke there because they're fish. Mmm. Why is that sweet? I did unmute, right? Why is that sweet? Look at the way they do the ingredients. Black ink over something that's red, so it's unreadable. I can't read the ingredients. Let's see. Fried sprats, tomato sauce, water, salt, canola oil, diced onion, wheat meal, acetic acid, spices. There's no sugar in here. Why is it sweet? Oh, there is sugar in there. They do put sugar in there. Why do they put sugar in here? It kind of, I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like sweet fish. They do that with herring sometimes too. And sometimes if you buy the maches, the herring, the pickled herring and stuff, and sometimes they put sugar in that and you're eating it and you're like, why is this sweet? I don't like sweet herring. I don't like sweet fish. That's kind of disappointing. The fish itself is a really nice flavor. I like the tomato. I like the flavor the tomato adds and everything. The sugar just, sorry guys, I'm going to give that a thumbs in the middle. Again, I like the fish. I like the tomato sauce and everything. Why'd you have to put sugar in it? Thumbs in the middle. I mean, it's not bad. It's not terrible. It's just sweet. And I don't like sweet fish. So thumbs in the middle on that one. All right. Trivia question was, what Latvian invented blue jeans? So let's see. Julie Couture said Jacob Davis. Nashi said Levi Strauss. Icehand said Mr. Levi Strauss. Stirrup pants. Yes, you're right, Jules. Stirrup pants are the ones that have that little strap on the bottom. Nashi says stirrup pants as well. Let's see. Was that it? Bodysuits are back. Nothing like a day-long wedgie. Why wheat? I don't know. Sugar and wheat make no sense. They do not make any sense. And that's why, like, thumbs in the middle. They're not bad. It's just thumbs in the middle. All right. So people said Levi Strauss and people said Jacob Davis. You're kind of both correct, but if you said Jacob Davis, you're more correct. So I'm not even going to pronounce his actual real name. It's spelled D-Z with a little thing on top of it, E-I-K-O-B-S. And his last name is D-E-I-V-I-S-S. So the anglicized version of his name is Jacob Davis, but it looks like Jacobs Davis. That's what it looks like. And I'm not sure how you pronounce that. So maybe that's why. He's probably one of those people who came in through Ellis Island and they said, "What is your name?" And he says, Jacob Davis. And they go, Jacob Davis. That's what it is. And they wrote that down. William Davis initially made durable pants from duck cloth by request in 1869. While residing in Reno, Nevada, switching to denim in 1871 and 1872, he partnered with Levi Strauss to patent the jeans and begin production. So that's why he is directly associated with Levi Strauss, but he's the one that actually invented the pants, and then he partnered with Levi Strauss to produce them and to get them patented. So you're all correct. Everybody's right. There we go. Reno, Nevada, your hometown. Yes. His hometown was not Reno, Nevada. His hometown was Riga, Latvia. All righty. On to our next snack. We covered that, right? We got that? Yeah, we got that. Okay. So this one's going to be interesting. I always put that the wrong way. There we go. You guys can see that, right? This is from Bandi Foods. This is cod liver. And this is a product of Norway. This also is from B&I Overseas Trading. Bandi Foods is a division of B&I Overseas Trading. It's a wholesale food distributor in Van Nuys, California that was founded in 2016. And again, this is a product of Norway. So this is cod liver in its own oil, GMO-free, no preservatives, natural, ready to use. Not ready to eat, ready to use. Like, I scrubbed things. What do you like? How do you use? You eat it, right? It's ready to use. But this is cod liver in its own oil. Ingredients: cod, liver, fish in its own oil, and salt. Store at a cool and dry place. Refrigerate and consume after opening within 2 to 3 days. Best before see side of the can. It's best before you see the side of the can. All right. So it is cod liver. It is cod liver in its own oil. For those who don't know, cod is a fish. Okay, it's just in case you didn't know. What are the health benefits of cod liver oil? What are the health benefits of cod liver oil? Use them as a dessert topping and a floor wax. That's right. Be careful, things will just slide right on out. It's a lubricant. It's an internal lubricant is what it is, Nashies. Love your police department. Watch their show a lot. Day is my favorite. Oh, Reno. Is it Reno 9/11? There they are, swimming in their own oil. I am not going to tip this can. I know better. Things happen to me. It's not going to happen. All right, here we go. Their own oil is kind of like, it's very clear. I was expecting it to be kind of like olive oil, but it looks like more like machine oil. It's almost like clear. Ooh. I don't know why. In my mind, I was expecting this to have the texture of fish, or the fish meat. It doesn't. It's creamy. And it's not, maybe it's not as fishy as the meat. I don't know if they cook it or they just, I don't know if it's cooked or they just take it out of the fish and you eat it just the way it is. I have had monkfish liver at a sushi bar as sashimi. They just take a piece of that monkfish liver and put it on top of the rice. But I've had monkfish liver. But it's so funny because the liver, it doesn't taste like beef liver or chicken liver. It doesn't have that strong organ taste like those do, but it also doesn't have that strong fish taste. It definitely has that fish smell. You can definitely tell this is from a fish, but it doesn't have that that overpowering fish taste that even some of the fish meat does. So it's really kind of creamy. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't know what I would like. I don't know how I would serve that. Maybe on a charcuterie board. That would be interesting. Doing like a seafood or like a sea-based charcuterie board. You want to put some seaweed on there. I don't know, a seafood charcuterie board. That sounds interesting, and I would maybe put that on there if I was going to be doing that. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. It's pretty good. I'm not recommending it to everybody because, again, if fish ain't your thing, you're probably not going to like this. But again, it doesn't have the same liver taste that beef liver does or chicken liver does, but also doesn't also have that strong fishy taste. But the texture could throw you off a little bit because it's kind of creamy. So I would say, if you like sea urchin, if you like uni, you probably like this. You probably really like this. It's more mellow than uni, so you might like it. Did you like it? Pudding. Oh, I've had monkfish liver pate too. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they really served it as a pate or they just took the liver and they just put it on top of the rice pudding. But I liked it. I enjoyed it. But Jules, have you tried it, Jules? Jules, I know you like sushi because we've gone to sushi bars before. So yeah, let's answer that question. So the question is, what are the health benefits of cod liver oil? Okay, so let's see. How far back did we do that? Nashi says heart health. Ice Hand says laxative. Might be both. Julie says omega. So basically it has omega, was it omega-3? I think is what it is. Most fish, or a lot of fish do. Not all fish do, but a lot of fish do. Like salmon. Salmon has omega-3. I think maybe it's because of the salmon is like that color. Maybe part of that has to do with it. I don't know. I'm just a YouTuber. Let's see. Yes, I will spill that somehow, Jules. Going to be burping it all day. Well, I'm having everything else too. So, yeah. So Nashi said heart health. Ice Hand said laxative. The basic benefits of cod liver, or the most prominent health benefit of cod liver oil is that cod liver oil contains certain fatty acids that prevent the blood from clotting easily, but these fatty acids also reduce pain and swelling. The oil in the liver can reduce triglyceride levels 20 to 50% in people with high triglyceride levels. So that I would not have thought that. I would have thought because it's in oil, it would increase your triglycerides. And actually, the cod liver oil itself will reduce triglyceride levels from 20 to 50% in people with high triglyceride levels. So really interesting. The cod did not give his life in vain. It was in vain for him, not for us, though. If you put cod liver on a charcuterie board, I'm hitting you with that board. Yeah, but then the cod liver oil is going to be all over the floor. And I'm not cleaning that up. It was a little odd, had the consistency of a pate, but not the taste I was expecting. Forgot how it was served up. Usually, so pudding, if you go to like a sushi bar, you can get it like as sashimi. So it'll be like on rice with the nori. That's usually how I've had it. I haven't really had it any other way. It's not cooked. I think I'm pretty sure it's raw. So, but I liked it when I had it, when I did have it. A lot of that's going to have to do with where you actually eat it. Like, for instance, the first time I tried uni is sea urchin. For those of you who don't know, it is the sex organs of the sea urchin. And we did an episode at what is the name of that place? The seafood place in Redondo Beach. Quality Seafood. Did an episode of Quality Seafood, and we show them actually like taking a live sea urchin, opening it up, cleaning it out, and everything, and we eat the sea urchin. So, Jules, see if you can find that. See if you can find the episode where we're eating uni at Quality Seafood. Row your boat. All right. I did answer the question right. Benefits of hot liver oil. I did. Okay. So now let's move on. And again, we're into the interesting foods now. I think we got 2 left. How are we doing on time? 2:44. Yeah, we got this. All right. I'm looking forward to this, actually. Almost dumped it off there. Not going to happen, though. The company, I believe, is called Lutik. Actually, the product line is called Lutik. This is Lutik pickled mushrooms with tomatoes. Pickled mushrooms with tomatoes. This is a product of Armenia. The company is Mini Basconia. Mini Basconia. I'm saying it like an English person would. It's probably pronounced differently. Mini Basconia. It was founded in 1999 by Yegiazar Gabuzian. It is a product of Armenia. So because this is mushrooms and tomatoes, trivia question is going to be about mushrooms. What is the most deadly mushroom in the world? What is the most deadly mushroom in the world? I got to find a safe place to put this cod liver because it's like it's full of oil, and I'm going to spill that somewhere. Let me just stick it right there on top of that baby food. All right. So again, this is Lutik pickled champignons is what they call it, which are mushrooms with tomatoes. I don't know what kind of mushrooms these are, and it probably doesn't tell me. It says ingredients, champignons. It doesn't even say mushrooms. Cherry tomatoes, green peppers, carrots, bay leaves, black peppercorns, garlic, parsley, acidity regulators, acetic acid, citric acid, salt, and water. Sounds pretty good. Let's give it a try. So we get this tomato on the top that we have to contend with. Let's go ahead and do that. The mild vinegar, mild brine. It's not really like puckery, brine or really sour. Here's one of the mushrooms. It look like a standard mushroom. No, they're not spicy, Jules. Yeah, these would go nice in a salad. It's a pickled mushroom, but it's not not really pickly. It's not overly salty. It's not too much vinegar. Claudia does not like pickles, and I think she would like these. So I'm going to give them a thumbs up, but I'm going to give them thumbs up turning downwards slightly. And the only reason is because they're almost like a little bland. I don't know if it has, did I say salt and pepper, salt in it, but it's almost, they're really mellow. They're really mellow. And I would think that something that's pickled would have a little bit of a kick to it, and it doesn't. You could put some, here's what I would do. And that you don't have to, but I would probably do this. I would put like a few drops of like of a nice scorpion hot sauce in here. Let it sit in the juice and everything, and just let it pep it up. I might do that. Other than that, it's really good, and it's a thumbs up. But like I said, maybe not an enthusiastic thumbs up because it's got really kind of muted flavors there. Vinegar gives you hiccups too. Well, actually, what gives me hiccups every time is pepperoncini. If I eat pepperoncini, it always gives me hiccups. All right, let's move on. How many we got left? We got one left or two left? We got one left. We're doing great time-wise. Okay. All righty. Oh, the question. What is the most deadly mushroom in the world? Julie says sea urchin. And then she says death cap. Nashi says death cap. Those look like the only two guesses. It is, in fact, death cap. The death cap mushroom, Amanita phalloides, is the most deadly mushroom in the world, responsible for the majority of fatal mushroom poisonings. So, yes, it is the death cap mushroom. All right, last one. This might look familiar to you guys. So these are Dos Amigos Japon. Maybe it's Japon, but I think it's a product of Mexico, so I'm going to say Japon. Dos Amigos Japon Chamoy Crunchy Peanuts. So this is from Dos Amigos. Dos Amigos was founded by Pablo Paoli in 1995 in Coronado, California. So they are roasted crunchy peanuts. They're Japanese peanuts. Japanese peanuts are typically made in Mexico. The reason they call them Japanese peanuts is because the person who first created them was from Japan. He was Japanese. And so basically it's like a coating. They coat the peanuts when they roast them. They're coated. It's almost like a candy shell. I don't know how else to describe it. Maybe it's like rice and something else, but it's a hard shell on top of the peanuts, and they call them Japanese peanuts because the guy who first created them was Japanese, even though he was living in Mexico. So these are dry roasted crunchy peanuts, Japon chamoy, and chamoy you can make it yourself or you can buy it in the store. So you can buy it by the bottle. It's like a sauce that you would put on just about anything you want, but these are coated with chamoy. So as long as we're talking about chamoy, the question is, what is chamoy made of? Now, I know Janice knows this because we talked about it before, but Janice isn't here, is she? So you guys are on your own now. So what is chamoy made of? All right, let's just go ahead and try these. Let's try these. Ooh, try to dry you, baby. Ooh, try to dry you, baby. There we go. They almost look like Boston baked beans. I'm not talking about like physical Boston baked beans. I'm talking about the candy Boston baked beans. The difference is that these kind of have a rougher shell, and it looks like there's some sort of powder on it. Maybe sugar. Let's see what the ingredients are here. Ingredients: select peanuts, wheat flour, cane sugar, iodized salt, acetic acid, citric acid, hydrolyzed vegetable protein, modified starch, Arabic gum, xanthan gum, caramel color, monosodium glutamate, color FD and C, red number 40, guajillo pepper, interesting, oleoresin, BHT, BHA, silicon dioxide. I don't think those are good things, that BHT and BHA. I don't think those are good things. I don't see, this is made in Mexico, but I don't see, oh no, wait, I take it back. They're made in the USA. There's a little USA sticker. I do not see a California Proposition 65 warning. I do see a warning. It says, warning, choking hazard, not for children under 4 years. Imagine giving a 4-year-old a bottle of these. Does that make any sense whatsoever? Makes no sense to me. 0% cholesterol, 0% trans fat. I don't believe that. 8 grams of protein. All right, here we go. And that's the thing. You get the saltiness. There's almost like a vinegar sour. There's a sweetness. There's a savoriness from the nuts. It's like this messes with all your senses. I'm eating salted rocks. That's right, Jules. These definitely, they kind of reminded me of the Boston baked beans, but they don't taste like them at all. A really strong vinegar taste. Yeah, there's a really strong vinegar taste there. It's one of those things like, it feels like when you're done eating that, you're going to have blisters in your mouth. It's one of those kind of things. Really odd. Again, usually when I have the Japanese peanuts, hang on a second, I can show you. Because while I was at Super King, they had mixed nuts, a bag of mixed nuts. This is their bag of mixed nuts. So you can see that there are pumpkin seeds in there, still on the shelf, and pistachios, but also Japanese peanuts. Or rocks, as we like to call them. Big difference. This is definitely more sour. It's actually more sour. So, apricots, plums, chilies, limes, and salt. Janice is back. I knew we couldn't get away with it for very long. All right. The question was, what is chamoy made of? So she's mostly right. And I say mostly right because she's more specific. The answer is chamoy is made with salted fruit brine. So basically, they brine fruit. They allow it to sit in this brine, and they use the brine. They add chili powder to that brine, and that's what chamoy is made out of. So these are chamoy, dry roasted crunchy peanuts. Janice, have you had these before? Have you had this particular brand of this type of Japanese peanuts before? BHA is thought to be a carcinogen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it can't be good. But there's no warnings on here. Like how does this not have a California Proposition 65 warning? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. All right. It is what it is. So we are at 2:54. We have 6 minutes left. Just enough time to do Goût Mélange. This is going to be a weird one, folks. This is going to be a weird one. All right. Let's see. Let's start. We might as well start with these, right? That ought to be enough. And now our barberry fruit roll-up. Are coated with plastic. I am going to find out what that label is. I'm curious, and when I get curious, stand out of my way. I have an obsessive curiosity, and it's just like I won't even be able to sleep tonight until I find out what that is. And I'm not even joking around. I'm totally serious. It's gonna gnaw on my mind until I find out what it is. That's how I roll. I don't know if it's a condition. I don't know if that's just part of my personality, but that's how I am. I have an excessive curiosity. It's like if somebody says, "Hey, do you ever try such and such?" I'm like, no, I haven't. So I'm going to have to do that now. Or like, hey, I was watching this movie. You know the guy that played in The Great Escape? Like, which one? It's not important. No, it is. Which one? I can't remember the guy's name. Then I have to look it up and go like, is it so-and-so? Is it so-and-so? Is it so-and-so? Yep. When Val gets curious, people die. All right. Let's do one of our cherry biscuits. And by biscuit, I mean cookie. Oh, so while I'm doing this, I might as well tell you guys. So it is a new year. It is the 10th anniversary of our channel. So I decided to do some new and interesting and fun stuff this year. So one of the things that I am doing is I have gone back and I've looked at my first videos, the first videos I did. Now, I'm not saying this to blame anybody. I'm not saying this to back off from taking responsibility for it. But I look at those first videos and I think a little bit cringy. Not really happy about them. But they were what they were, right? But I'm starting a new segment called Be Kind Rewind. And what I'm doing is I am redoing those episodes. So in those episodes, I filmed the first. So the very first episode we ever came out with was Atomic Horseradish. So I redid that one. And the way I'm doing the videos is I'm going to be watching the video. So we watch the video together. I'm watching the video, and I make comments on the video, and then after I make the video, then I try the product. I try whatever the thing is. And so the first one we did was the Atomic Horseradish, and that one's done. And the next one that I'm going to be doing is episode 2, which was Jeppson's Malort. So eventually I'm going to do that. I'm going to start doing that. I don't know how long I'll go at it. I mean, I obviously can't do all of them and everything, but some of those early ones that I just really didn't have a lot of input on. There was a lot of things wrong with them. One is like, one of them, I look like I'm poured in my chair and I'm not even moving. Most of them, you can't see the food. So redoing some of those, and then they'll be called Be Kind Rewind. So that's coming up. I'm going to make some other changes. I think in some of the live streams, I'm going to do meals. Now, I'm not going to cook the meals because we're not a cooking channel and everything. I'm not going to cook the meals in the live stream, but it might do something like where I might do like a Japanese meal or a Korean meal or a Mexican meal or something along those lines. And the whole episode might be me eating that meal and talking about that meal and everything. So we're going to change things up a little bit, but still, it'll still be the same trippy food that you know and love. Bring back the dragon shirts. I think I got rid of most of them. I have one. So I have to get some more, but I will bring back the dragon shirt. Maybe next week I'll wear the dragon shirt. There we go. All right. Where was I? Oh, yeah. The cookie. The cookie. It's actually a pretty good cookie, but like I said, just a little bit on the dry side. And I see why they call it honey bread cookie, because it is like a bread. More like a cake than a cookie. I like soft cookies, though. Like my favorite cookie, one of my favorite cookies, let's put it that way. One of my favorite cookies is oatmeal raisin, but it has to be soft. I don't want like a crunchy one. And the irony is that I love ginger snaps, but they have to be this. I don't like the soft gingerbread cookies as much as I like the ginger snaps. Baby food time. Here we go. It's baby food time. What do I do with that spoon? Here we go. I don't know, it'll be enough. All right. It's turkey. Can't argue with them there. All right. And now our cod liver. A little of this goes a long way, I guess. Goes a long way through your intestines. All right. And let's see, let's put a tomato and a mushroom in there. That probably fall apart on its own. Let's put a few mushrooms in there. They're little tiny ones, little baby mushrooms. Put a few in there. Look at the little guy. Look at the little guys. They got them while they're small. All right, what am I missing? I got my cod liver, my mushrooms and pepper. The Riga Sprats, the sweet Riga Sprats, sweet Riga Sprats. Oh, I don't know why they do that. Just bugs me. I don't mind salty. Salty is not my favorite. I don't mind it. We're talking about fish, but sweet is just like, it just defies logic. I think I got everything. Did I get everything? I started with these. I got the fruit roll-ups. Got that. What do you guys think? Did I miss anything? I think I got everything, right? Ginger snaps are the secret ingredient of my family's sauerbraten. They put ginger snaps in sauerbraten? Wow. That's interesting. I love sauerbraten, and I love ginger snaps. I grew up in a house. It's like on social media, I see a lot of people talking about. This is weird. I see a lot of people talk about oh, you should find a wife so you have somebody to cook for you, and I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Like when we were kids, my mom taught us how to cook. She taught us how to cook. She taught us how to clean. She taught us how to sew, do dishes, do laundry. She taught us how to do all that stuff. Partially because she was raising 4 boys by herself and she needed help. So she taught us to be independent, and we are. But it just blows my mind when people say, "Oh, so your wife does all the cooking then, right?" I'm like, "No." "Oh, so you do all the cooking?" I'm like, "No." She cooks sometimes. Sometimes I cook. It's like sometimes she does the dishes. Sometimes I do the dishes. So, it is what it is. I just don't understand. That jelly from the cookie is just like, it won't separate, and there's just like this big thing of jelly right there. All right, there we go. There is that is definitely that definitely falls in the goop category. All right, here we go. Sonic, we're like 3 minutes over. You just showed up. Better late than never, though. We appreciate you coming in. So, all right, here we go. This is going to be weird. This is like, there's a little of everything here. Those crunchy Japanese peanuts threw me for a loop because everything's mushy. There's a mushroom. Speaking of mushy, there's a mushroom. The prominent flavor here, I would think it would be sweetness, but it's not. Prominent flavor here is fruity. Mostly fruity flavor. It looks awful. It does. I think the thing that throws it off, like, I would think this would throw it off, right? It really doesn't. What throws it off the most are these, because they're crunchy, right? They're crunchy and sweet. So that kind of throws it off a little bit. Because other than that, I think like with everything else put together, the Sprats, the cod liver, the mushrooms and tomato, even the baby food would be nice, like in a stuffed pepper. I know that sounds weird. So yeah, you get that vinegar, you get the sweet stuff. The sweet stuff's in there. And that starts to come out. And not salty at all. It's truly goopy nashies. Exactly. I'm gonna say thumbs in the middle. It's kind of like it's a mushy kind of a sweet and sour mush with that crunchy peanuts in there. It's weird. It's weird enough to not get a bad rating. Let's put it that way. It doesn't taste disgusting. It's not great though. So I'm going to say we're going to stay in the middle on thumbs in the middle. Will Southern California rebuild the Sizzler's restaurant empire? Miss Family Casual. I have they all closed? Because I think there were some Sizzlers that did not close. I think there were some that were still open. I know they closed a lot of them. I used to go to one or walk past one in El Segundo, but never was actually in there. I have not been to Sizzlers for a long time, so hard to say. I don't really know. What was the other one like that? Was home? Is it Hometown Buffet? They're all gone now too, and Soup Plantation I think is all gone too. So, video call me later, Dad, and I'll show you the snow. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Oh, you too, Jules. We're about done anyways. So again. We're going to try. It's a new year. We're going to try some different things. We're going to try some new stuff. We're going to try some old stuff. But I really want your feedback on that, right? So like when we air the first Be Kind Rewind, really want your feedback on that. What do you think? What do you think of the concept of me doing that? Of like watching the old video and then kind of redoing that video. It would really be interesting to see what you guys think. Now, again, I promised you that when we hit 6,000 subscribers, and we're very close, we're about 150 subscribers away from 6,000. And when we hit 6,000 subscribers, we're going to do, these are a few of my least favorite things. And so we're going to do Val's Kryptonite for our 6,000 subscribers. So once we get there, and if we get there with your help, we will do that episode. It should be fun for you. It will not be fun for me, but it will be fun for you. And yes, if you have not subscribed to us and you enjoy our channel and everything, then please subscribe. Also, Janice Yamanaka, Tom, Old Guy in Colorado, Nashies, all these great channels. Also, if you enjoy them, subscribe to their videos as well. Like the videos, subscribe, leave comments on their videos, and definitely check them out. If you want to know who they are, go to our main page on Facebook. Go to our main page on YouTube, and then scroll down to featured channels, and they're all listed in there. Some of those channels have not put out any content in about 2 years. Still good channels. I still recommend you watch them, but I kind of moved some of the newer ones up. Some of the newer ones that could use your viewership. So definitely check them out and definitely show them some love when you get a chance. And other than that, it's a nice long weekend for some of us here in the U.S. of A. Maybe not everywhere, and maybe not everyone, but still, it's going to be cold. It's going to be stormy over the next few days. So please be careful. Our big worry is that tomorrow the Santa Anas start back up again, and we're under a red flag warning for fire. So that's our cross to bear. But just remember that bad weather's coming, and just make sure that you prepare properly for it and be very careful. So let's see about fire disasters. It was peaceful and profound. Well, Sonic, out where you are, you're not too much affected by it, but I guess the Eaton one is close to where you are, or closer to where you are, but still. Okay, everybody saying goodbye. So I will do likewise. Just these are crazy times, crazy weather, crazy everything. So just I mean, honestly, it's things are kind of crazy. So just be careful. Just take care of yourselves, and make sure you take care of other people. There's a lot of people who need your help and your care, and so make sure you take care of other people as well. And we will see you soon. So thank you for taking part of your weekend to join us. Great community. I love you guys. I really, really seriously mean that. Love you guys, each and every one of you. Some more than others. And I will see you soon. So thanks, everybody. See you.